Southwest Hot Chefs and Restaurants is brought to you in part by KitchenAid for the way it's made. See what's cooking at KitchenAid.
We're at Builder Source Appliance Gallery in Albuquerque, and I'm with Carrie Eagle, Executive Chef at Desert Fish in Nob Hill. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having us today.
And she brought a special guest. Will you please introduce him?
Absolutely. This is my sous chef, Daniel Salpinik.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Well, what are you guys making today?
Today we're going to do Oysters Rockefeller on your show.
You don't hear that every day. That's
nope.
Yummy. So you've got these beautiful oysters over here. And are there different types of oysters?
There are. Today we brought Penn Cove Select oysters, Miyagi's, and Kushis.
That is so interesting to me because when I was in your restaurant, I saw the oysters listed almost like a wine list.
It is.
I never realized there were different varieties of oysters.
There are oyster connoisseurs out there just like there are wine connoisseurs, cheese connoisseurs. There are so many different varieties, and we're very fortunate to get a broad variety and a super, super fresh product here in Albuquerque. Today we're going to be using the Penn Cove oysters for the Rockefeller preparation.
Great.
They're a larger, more fleshy, meaty oyster, and so they work really well for baking in the oven.
Yeah, they are. And the others are good for trying on the half shell?
They're all good on the half shell, including the Penn Coves, but the Kushis, which are the small, lighter colored oysters, and the Miyagi's, which is the beautiful fluted shell, it tends to be a little bit more fragile, are excellent raw. If you'd maybe like to...
I would love to try one.
Awesome.
Is that why he's here?
That's
why
I'm here.
Absolutely.
All right.
So as you notice, while Daniel gets into the edge of the oyster with the tip of his knife,
wow,
he exercises a lot of care because it's very easy to skip right over the top of the oyster.
Right.
And you can easily stab yourself or cut yourself. So
hence the
Kevlar glove.
It's a Kevlar glove?
It is.
Yeah. Is that a requirement for your job?
No, it's not. Just for safety.
All right. I'll warn you. Once seen, this cannot be unseen. Okay, so. It's light and cool. It does have a really light flavor. It's just so fresh.
Tastes like the ocean.
Yes.
That's the salinity, the brininess, the saltiness. Miyagi's are known for a mild cucumber finish as well.
Yeah, what a difference. Wow. The oysters I've had in the past, I covered them in Tabasco and horseradish, but there's no need to do that with your oysters.
No, but we do have Tabasco and horseradish available in the restaurant, and we actually serve 3 different mignonette type sauces with the raw oysters. They're available on the menu at any point in time.
Now, what is a mignonette sauce?
A mignonette is a classic side accompaniment to a raw oyster. Typically, the base of a mignonette is going to be shallots, red wine vinegar, or some type of vinegar. We have a very popular mignonette that we run at Desert Fish, which is a champagne mignonette. It's shallots, champagne, a little bit of sugar, and we use the rice wine vinegar to complement the saltiness and the brininess of the oyster.
It just seems like that would go together naturally. It just goes together really well.
Yeah, and they're really light. Like you said, when you noticed you tasted the oyster, we don't really want to mask that natural ocean briny flavor of the oyster. We really want it to be able to shine through. So for finishing the Rockefeller preparation, what we do is we actually make a topping. So he's shucking the oysters, and as he shucks them, he's actually cleaning the bottom of the flesh away from the shell so that when you go to eat the oyster, it slides easily off the shell and down into your mouth.
He's done the work for me.
He's doing all the work for you, and the next step for a Rockefeller is to actually put a sautéed topping on top of that fleshy piece of the oyster.
Okay, and you're getting your pan hot.
I'm getting my pan hot.
This cooktop.
Absolutely.
This burner has 20,000 BTUs.
That's what they told me.
Yeah, so unless you're, we might not start there, but if you need to move over there, you need extra heat, that's the place to go.
Sounds good. You want to get your skillet nice and hot and add the bacon, and just a little tip out there.
So that's all very small, very fine pieces of bacon.
It is a finely minced bacon, and I actually minced it while it was frozen. It's still very cold. If you would like
easier to work with when you...
It's easier to work with when you mince the bacon cold, and also it crisps up better in the pan when you start with...
Everyone loves crisp bacon.
With cold bacon.
Yeah, cold bacon crisps up better.
Exactly.
You don't want to leave it out.
Exactly.
Did not know that.
It's much easier to cut on your cutting board, and it crisps up more rapidly.
That's a good tip. And all of these ingredients and the whole recipe, Carrie's recipe, can be found on our website, southwestrestaurants.com. Because everyone's going to want to make this. But not everyone can get these fantastic oysters. You have to come into Desert Fish to get these, or fly to Seattle?
Well, you could fly to Seattle, you could come into Desert Fish. I actually get the oysters flown in 5 days a week. So I will call and place my order with my distributor in Washington State by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, say, for example, on a Tuesday, and the product is at my front door by 10 a.m. the following day.
That is fresh. That is really fresh. Okay, We are going to continue putting together this wonderful dish. So please stick around. We'll be right back.